All aboard the Hyperfixation Station. My name is Quinlan, and here we are with Chapter 12 of Volume 7, and I am afraid because Chapter 12, first two volumes, whatever, Volume 3, Pyrrha died, Volume 4 was the finale and Knuckle V fight stuff, Volume 5 is the one where Vernal died, I think? Yeah. The magic fight was in the vault. Then 6 is the one where the Atom died. 7 is where Clover died. Now here we are in 8. So big things might happen. I know people hate the whole death flags thing. So when I say that a character has death flags, what I mean isn't this thing that happened is a sign that the writers put in intentionally because it means that this character is going to die. What I mean when I say death flag is what death flags actually mean, which is that this is an indicator, or this is a thing that happened that is often in media based on storytelling beats, can hint towards the possibility of a character dying, and then in hindsight being like, oh, look at all these signs. I'm not going to go over all of Ren's death flags again because I don't want to, and I want to hope that he stays alive. Plus, there's plenty of storytelling beats that this show just kind of doesn't follow, for better or for worse, depends on the thing, but a lot of times it's like, oh, it's subversive, and then other times it's, I don't have words, I don't know, I'm not trying to say anything mean about the show, more just that it doesn't always follow the traditional steps that one would expect with storytelling. So I hope I'm wrong. I've predicted way too much correctly this volume, so I'm afraid. But then there's also plenty that I've had no freaking way to predict, and that happened. Let's see, okay, what time is it? Oh my god, it's 8:02. 8:02, creation! Click, 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 pause. Okay, so the thumbnail is creation, or the title is creation. What does it say? It's risky, dangerous, and nearly impossible, but it's the best plan they've got. So that's a summary of the show. Oh my god, okay, that thumbnail though, it had... I'm gonna look at my bingo board real quick. Or some of them. Ironwood takes desperate measures. I think I can check that one off. Yeah, Relic of Creation removed / used. I think we might finally see the Staff of Creation face reveal. Yes! I'm so excited. Named character death, we already got that. Sorry, Slate. Oh yeah, Atlas falling. I don't know if it's gonna fall this chapter, but it very well might, because as soon as the staff is used, Atlas falls onto Mantle. Unless that was a lie. But that would be kind of... yeah. But yeah. Similar to what I was saying earlier about storytelling beats, is that staff, what Ironwood said about that staff in Volume 7, Chapter 7 is the biggest frickin' Chekhov's gun I've ever seen. But this show doesn't always follow storytelling beats, so it's possible that Atlas won't fall, but I feel like it might be anticlimactic for it to not fall after all that build-up, unless they find something else to do that's equally shocking or horrifying. Not that this hasn't been a shocking and horrifying volume already. Let's see, what other theories do I have? There is that theory that the merge will finalize in chapter 13 or 14, and I'm hoping for 13 because I want to see what Oscar's like afterwards. And not have to wait a whole volume for another volume, because then the whole fandom's just going to be like, it's problematic to ship, like, it's just going to be that discourse the entire time, and I'm just not going to look forward to seeing it in the tag. So yeah, I have hopes. We'll see. I have other thoughts. Right, so Emerald. I'm really gonna keep an eye out for any suspicious Emerald activity, because however this fight ends, we could really use someone like you. Also, there's been so much foreshadowing in chapter 1 of this volume, and like so much of it I was like, oh, that's definitely foreshadowing. But I didn't expect it to be like this. The one I did expect was Ironwood being like, thanks, Winter, I don't know what I would do without you. I'm like, oh, okay, so you're gonna be without her at some point. Yeah, there's that. Winter and Marrow probably are the people in the elevator who met with Crow and Robin, and that would be a very fun team up. I don't know if Ironwood's gonna die, but like, Robin's right. If you kill Ironwood, what do you expect is going to happen? Like, are you just going to take over and control the troops? They're not going to listen to you. Like that's not going to solve anything other than stopping the figurehead. I mean, I guess it'll stop him from doing more crazy things. Not to make this too connected to real life, but you know, like when people will like assassinate Trump, which let's not say whether or not anyone should or shouldn't have done that earlier. But like the system in place and the things that are already in motion need to be stopped. They need to be dismantled. Dismantled. Atlas. Okay. The ultimatum. Penny's got the thing, and they're going to the vault. So that means that Penny's protocol is going to move on to step 2. She's going to open the vault, and then she's going to have to fight constantly not to be self-terminating. Which could be a really interesting allegory if they have it where she doesn't ever cure herself of it, or doesn't get like a new body or die and get revived or whatever, and she just has to live with this virus that's trying to get her to end her own life. But she learns to live with it. She has friends and coping mechanisms and other things that can help her like fight back, because we've seen that she can fight back. And I think that might be a good allegory if it was done well, but then again, who knows if it would actually be done well. It would probably have to be carefully done. I'm talking too much, aren't I? I'm just scared. So what could the creation staff be used for? I mean, I've had plenty of ideas of what they could have done way sooner with the staff, if anyone would talk, if Ironwood would just listen, or if anyone would suggest alternatives other than just, don't abandon Mantle. It's like, okay, well, what do you suggest? Like, obviously don't abandon Mantle, but yeah, so I'm wondering if that's a real Penny, but since his hand is on her shoulder in the thing, I'm like, okay, so it's not an illusion that Emerald's created to be like a physical thing that doesn't already exist. It's probably a person disguised as Penny if it's not actually Penny. Ironwood, I'm so confused. You know that she's hacked. You know that she has a virus. So why are you acting as if she's still like, I don't know. It's weird. Ironwood, I'm confused by you. Creation. It's a risky plan. Let's find out what it is. Oh my god, is someone gonna die? What else do I have to say before I start? I'm gonna start soon, so let me just check. Okay, yeah, here it is the bingo thing. Let's see. Lamp is used. I didn't count that one yet. King Funky Mix out appearance. Yeah, I'll check that. Atlas Falls. Transfer of Maiden Powers. That's right. There, we might be going into the vault, and there's always, historically, there has always been a magic fight in the vault, with at least one maiden, and that maiden has always been Cinder. Raven was the second one in the second vault. Ozpin was the first one in the first vault. Not a maiden, but the magic. Let's see. Penny versus Ironwood. But yeah, I'm excited for Emerald Trickery. I'm sure that, like, I'm going to try not to be thinking it the entire time, because otherwise we'll be like, well, what if this person is actually this, and this is the sneaky thing, and then like, I won't be able to process, and then at the end when it's revealed, like, what just happened, I'll be like, oh my god, along with everyone else reacting. Yeah, more about Summer Rose, I don't know. Oscar unlocks Semblance. Oh, he might this chapter. If he is going to finalize the merge next chapter, he might unlock it this one, but I don't know. I feel like I doubt it. I really wish that he would unlock his semblance before the merge is done, because then people would be like, oh, is it really his semblance, or whatever. But Kirby said that he would get his own, because in all the reincarnations get their own, because it's their own soul, and then they keep that semblance. So Oscar's still gonna be okay. Whatever. I'm not getting into merge stuff. I've made videos about that. All right, whatever. We're start. Oh, well, let me put it on 1080p. It's risky, dangerous, and nearly impossible. So what is the plan? I don't understand why they were like, she has to go to the vault. Like, did you not hear her steps are step 1, go to vault, step 2, kill self. Like, well, technically open vault, not just go to the vault. Because, like, it's easy to be like, oh, yeah, that's the vault under the school that Ironwood and Oscar were in. But no, that's not the vault. The vault is, like, the thing itself that's holding the relic. But I just always forget that and call it the vault. But you know what I mean. Battle under the school. Wonder if Oscar and or Ozpin are gonna have a confrontation with Ironwood. Just, I lived, bitch. It's like, didn't I shoot you? My death was greatly exaggerated. Greatly exaggerated, exacerbated by the fact that my syntax is highly complicated because I immigrated from the single greatest little place in the Caribbean, Dominican Republic. I love it. Jesus, I'm jealous of it and beyond that. I'm gonna stop within the heights. Okay. Oop, I didn't need to pause it. We stand right. Oh my god. I'm so not prepared for this. It was not enough to fake that I saw to bring peace. What we thought would change the world. Childish dream. We failed to stop our own demise. Oh my god, yep, and there's the chessboard. And it's really interesting that it framed it as Salem versus Ironwood, where now it's like they're both against humanity. Ironwood's against humanity. There's people outside. Like, I have a roommate, so I don't actually want to like sing. I've sung this song in the car plenty though. Sometimes. Risk the fall. Yeah. Remember that? Sometimes it's worth it all to risk the fall and fight for every life. So they're about to risk Atlas falling somehow. Oh boy. What? Okay. Oh! Big guns. Or whatever that is. Frickin' bomb, man. Total. Huntresses! They don't look very happy though.
Be ready for anything. Wow. We don't know what state Penny is in.
If any of those brats had the nerve to come with her, we put them down immediately. The general gave his terms. No more games.
Mask. Could they get made and make him invisible?
Problem? Just retracing the steps that led us here.
Interesting.
What is it, sir?
Crow and Robin. They're in the Academy hangar.
Oh.
Trying to stop the payload.
Or just looking for a way out.
Not going to happen. I've been waiting to take my shot at those two.
Jesus.
Let's go, Aesops.
Someone needs to stay here with the general. I'll stay. We
Winter!
lose the payload, we lose our leverage.
She's right.
Winter, disarm the bomb.
Contain it. Now.
Why aren't you in the elevator? Okay, so then who did they run into? People are saying like Ty and Raven, but I kind of hope not.
Sir, this course of action...
I hope you're not going to try to talk me out of it.
Ooh. Of course not, sir.
No,
Yeah.
sir. I don't think that's possible.
Ooh, it's true. Penny, 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 Penny. Penny?
I didn't think you'd actually come alone.
Oh, what? What is that green little
I
laser
expected
doing?
at least some resistance from your friends.
I don't want anyone else to die. I must open the vault.
And self-terminate. Is it RWBY?
You've
That little anger face
done
looks
the
like.
right thing.
I have.
Ah, Emerald!
It's weird.
It feels weird. An icon! Yay! Oh! They're fighting! There's a fight scene! Oh my god! Lightning glyph! Good job! What? Oscar and Winter team up, hell yeah. Oh! He's doing team attacks! Oh my god! Go Oscar, he's getting the fight! It's been so long! Is he only allowed to fight headmasters and Grim? Oh, what was that? What? I missed something. Going back. Sorry, but I just. Also, new song. He's doing the attack. Oh my god, it's like the same exact yell sound from Haven with fighting Hazel. Yeah, that. What the frick was that? Is that from her weapon? What the or was that just like to indicate a really strong shot?
Guys, but we don't want to fight.
Alright, one last time and then I'll go back. Sorry. Oh, was that Winter's Glyph? Probably Winter's Glyph, not Weiss's actually. Oof. So did his aura shatter? It looks like it did, so his metal is gone. I mean, he still has that personality, but oof. Yeah. So now maybe you could get through to him? I don't freaking know.
Sorry,
but also, Winter attacked
We
him.
don't want to fight.
I just processed
We
that.
didn't want to drop Atlas either.
Oh.
But we've all had to make some tough calls, huh?
Drop Atlas. So they are evacuating and then they're gonna let it fall so that they can do a thing. Yes!
Move to phase 2.
Guys, she has to go to the vault. That's actually
Cut back.
a risk we haven't
There's still the
considered.
crater there.
We've been so worried about keeping the vault closed that we never considered using what's inside.
The staff of creation.
Yeah, why have y'all never
Maybe
thought of
we could
this?
use it
Thank
to
you.
save Penny and get everyone in Atlas and Mantle back to safety.
Well, you'll never guess who I just heard from.
Hey, sis.
So,
Sweaty.
you're not arresting me?
No. Ironwood's got to be stopped.
Yes!
Then why did you hit me?
We were about to get killed if I didn't do something.
Seriously. Oh, there's that schneeze ass.
What are you doing?
What I should have done ages ago. Getting in touch with my sister.
Aww.
We're going to need help.
That's sweet. Yes, it was them. Okay.
Speaking of help,
So we've got people trapped in Atlas and Mantle.
Back in
that
the
we can't
room.
evacuate unless we use the staff, which is located inside the vault.
Whitley.
If we open the vault, Penny
Oh.
terminates. If
Yeah.
Ironwood gets wind of any of this, he blows up Mantle.
There's something else to consider.
Yeah.
Once the staff creates anything else,
Yep.
the city drops. Atlas has enough natural gravity dust to keep it from plummeting immediately, but
Yeah.
well, nobody's going to want to be around when it touches down.
Yeah.
Okay, then
Ooh.
let's use the staff to teleport everyone to safety. Maybe even to another kingdom.
They're actually
Can't just
discussing what it
wave
can
like a
do.
magic wand and make our problems go away. And we haven't even told you about him.
Who?
The spirit.
Oh,
in the
that was
staff,
fast. Holy shit.
Like Jin. But
Hang on. Sorry. I just...
we haven't even told you about him.
Who?
The spirit in the staff.
No change.
Like Jin. But,
Him.
well, he's a character. He can build you anything, but only if you can explain to him how. Like any
Interesting.
craftsman, he'll need blueprints.
Ooh.
Some sort of reference.
Does time freeze?
It'll help if we have real-world examples to show him.
I've already gone through the city layouts for the SDC evacuation.
Whitley,
Maybe I can
interact.
help.
Well, he's interacting with Ozpin, but that's close.
Still James and his bomb to consider.
Oh, I've got a plan for that.
Ooh. Hang on, let me go back. Sorry, I was just thinking about
Examples to show
Oscar
him.
Whitley
I've
interaction
already gone
finally.
through the city layouts for the SDC evacuation. Maybe I can help.
Yeah. Oh, your little smile.
There's still James and his bomb to consider.
Oh,
To
I've
you,
got
it's
a plan
general.
for that.
So, that's one.
I'll rewatch that more
The
later.
real Penny goes to the vault.
The real Penny goes to the
help.
vault with help.
I blasted a hole through the bottom of Atlas, and I highly doubt they've had time for repairs. That should take you straight to it.
So they do know that he blasted a hole in the bottom of that.
All of that is the easy part.
They're in the vault.
As soon as
Oh.
Penny opens the door, we go
Oh,
through,
that's neat.
grab the staff, and stop her termination.
Just hang in there, Penny. Okay?
You go in and stop her termination with the staff? Okay, hang on. Sorry.
Penny goes to the vault.
And his bomb to consider.
Oh, I've got a plan for that.
So, That takes care of phase 1.
Meanwhile, the real Penny goes to the vault.
There's the hole in that list.
Help.
I blasted a hole through the bottom of Atlas, and
Just
I
casually.
highly doubt they've had time for repairs. That should take you straight to it. All of that is the easy part.
As soon as Penny opens the door, we go through, grab the staff, and stop her termination.
Just hang in there, Penny. Okay?
Why is Jean not boosting her like right now? Like keeping her from, like Jean should be there for this. Oh, that's a cool looking opening. I'm so excited to see that. Oh, look at the little flowers. I think flowers. Oh. Ruby staff. Okay, time does freeze. Time freezes. Okay, so we do have it so that there's something inside each of. I am Jin's brother. Bin. Oh, the ears. Oh, that's cool. Whoa!
Seems someone has come to engage my creative wild.
Oh my god.
All I'll say is it had better be worth it after my last project. A floating city?
Yeah.
How pedestrian.
Hi, Mr. Ambrosius.
Just sassing on us.
Listen, it's about our friend. She's dying.
I'm going to go ahead and assume that you know it's against the rules for me to bring people back from the dead, so...
That's not what we want. She's not your typical girl.
Aww. It's true, she's wonderful.
So she isn't.
This is cute.
I'd love to meet whoever did this.
Pietro! Aw, you'd get along. Oh.
There's something eating away at her. I'm guessing you think you have some clever plan to save her. Just know, I will give you exactly what you asked for, and I don't want any complaining when it's not what you wanted.
Why can't you just try again?
We want you to make a new version of her.
Okay, yeah.
Using her exact same robot parts.
Yay!
That was curiously worded, girl.
An exact copy of her would include the virus.
Ooh.
An exact copy of her without the virus would cease to exist the second you make something else. And we kind of want to keep her around longer than that.
Aww. Wait, hang on, let me process this. I don't know if I'm fully understanding.
We brought her schematics. We want you to make a new version of her, using her exact same robot parts.
That was
You gonna transfer the soul?
curiously worded, girl.
An exact copy of her would include the virus. An exact copy of her without the virus would cease to exist the second you make something else.
Gotcha.
And
She
we
was just
kinda
being
wanna keep her
specific.
around longer than that.
You've done your homework.
We want you to create a new version of her, using her existing robotic parts, taking the virus with them.
Interesting.
Okay, but if I take the robot parts out of her, that would leave...
This is cool, I really like this guy.
Penny, the girl who's always been there underneath it.
Aww. She's
You
not
can't destroy.
underneath.
It's against the rules, but you wouldn't be destroying her. Her soul is who she is.
The mechanical parts are just extra.
But a soul without a complete body, what would be left?
I don't know.
Interesting. What?
I guess you just have to get creative.
Golly gee willikers.
I suppose I could do a little add a touch up. But if I do that, how much of the old Penny would be my work and how much would be her?
Ooh.
Just coming up to the surface.
It's philosophical
This
questions.
is all very exciting and very dangerous. I don't know what the results are going to be.
We don't have any other options.
I wish they would stop saying that because
Then
it just
ready
means you
yourselves
haven't thought of
to
another option.
witness my artistry.
Or have any other ideas. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Oh my gosh. What's gonna happen? So they're like duplicating Penny and transferring the aura from one to the other, or?
It's done.
Oh my god, it got away. Okay, back to these guys. Yep, arrest them. Glad Mara's using a semblance.
I guess that's the signal then.
Team Arson!
Forward in the vault.
Hopefully Penny is going to be okay.
If Atlas is moving, we need to get word out before people panic.
Yeah.
Hurry.
I know. Okay, this should be, that did, something?
You're live.
Everyone can see you.
Citizens of Atlas, Mantle, we have to tell you very important. Atlas is falling, but...
Oh no! Run, everyone run!
Wait, what
happened? Oh no.
It's dead.
Oh no.
The entire CCT. It just went down.
Did Ironwood?
And so did kingdom-wide communications.
Frick.
How?
The bigger question is, what do we do now?
That boy said Atlas is falling.
Yeah.
Is that true?
Yes. We're using the staff to get everyone
Hey,
safety.
Dad.
Salem can have the rubble. We'll all be long gone.
Are you?
Is she leaving him?
Are you going to leave me here?
Yep.
No.
Oh.
When we're finished, we'll move both of you to safety.
Oh, Winter, thank you.
Oh, don't thank me. It was Weiss's decision.
Ooh, Winter's like, I wanted to leave you for dead. Oh, I was kind of really hoping they wouldn't make her a quote-unquote real girl, because, like, she's already real. She's already a real girl. Yay, there she is. Whatever, I'll let this be a cute moment. I won't let that bother me. Oh my god, Penny versus Penny! Penny versus Penny! Well, if you want my 2 cents, 2 pennies is pretty cool. Alright. Oh my god. Penny, you're so not dressed for the winter weather anymore. Oh, she just died. Oh my god. She just watched her old self. That's wild.
Are you okay?
Hug! Yay!
Do hugs always make you feel this warm inside?
Oh!
Yes.
Wow.
Oh, okay, this is cute.
More!
Me too.
Here you were.
More!
And start the evacuation.
This is so cute. I love Penny. I love her so much. Oh god, there's just dead Penny behind her.
Free to create and... Oh, it's you guys again.
We're not done with you yet.
Okay, so...
Fine.
Let's try the quick version.
Does new
You
Penny
make a
body
bunch of
die?
doorways in Atlas that open at a single spot in vacuo?
Sure, I'll just need coordinates and specs for each door and explanation for bending space and time to account for the much greater traffic on one side and...
Wait, hold up. I'm really confused. So, they made a second Penny with all of her same robot parts. But she's human now? I missed something. I'm so sorry. I'm really dumb. That's not true. Right now I am, though. So did they do he made a second one, but was that the one that died then? And that they were just like, oh, the soul just became its own body? I don't freaking know. I don't know how this works.
Exit on the other.
Okay, that's about what we expected. So,
Let's see. I'm very confused, but someone will explain it to me afterwards, or I'll just rewatch and understand it.
Free to create and... Oh, it's you guys again.
we're not done with you yet.
Why are you acting all
Let's
mean?
try the quick version.
We're not done with
Make
you.
bunch
You
of
just did a
doorways in
nice
Atlas
thing.
that open at a single spot in vacuo?
Sure.
Whoa.
I'll
Oh,
just
what?
need coordinates and specs for each door and explanation for bending space and time to account
Oh,
for the much
yeah.
greater traffic on one side and a single point of exit
Yeah,
on the
you
other.
gotta
Okay,
explain
that's
how it
about
works.
what we expected. So, we need to funnel everybody through a central location first.
Well, I really
You're
wish
gonna
Penny
have to tell
weren't.
me more about this central location for starters. Where is it?
Here. A place like these vaults.
Yes!
Wherever they are, they're not part of Remnant.
Yeah.
Only
Pocket
accessible
dimensions.
if you know the right way in. Seems like a safe enough place for thousands of refugees.
Yes!
Kids are either smarter or much more foolish than you realize. I'm going to need a reference.
Oh, we've got one.
What is it? 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 A circular room. What is this? I feel like I should recognize it. Oh, AMC HQ. Amity Coliseum headquarters? Atlas Military Compound headquarters? cool how they just had actual blueprints. Oscar's like, he needs blueprint, or maybe it was Oscar who said that. I'll have to go back and check, because Oz is acting pretty much the same as Oscar now. Portals! What the hell? This is so cool. People are just like, what? Do we just go through it?
People enter from Atlas and Mantle on one side.
Whoa.
And leave on the other side with a one-way ticket to Vacuo.
Well, everything appears to be in order. You were quite thorough. Disappointingly so.
So, it's done.
Disappointingly so. Why is he disappointed? Did he want to, like, bitch about it? Ooh, right. Oh, I see. So that's the thing that he created. Now it's gone.
One last point of clarification about this central location of yours.
Yes, please.
Do not fall.
Huh.
Okay.
That's not clarification at all.
Warning.
That's more confusing than before. Do not fall. Like, don't let Atlas fall, or don't fall off the, oh, like, don't fall off the edge of the thing. Oh god, that's, someone's gonna fall.
We did it.
I may fall. Ooh, oh.
What now? We go to Vacuo. All of us.
Whoa, like now?
And hope that we've thought of everything.
Cinder! Oh, frickety frag nuggets. Cinder, fall, don't fall. Oh my god, that's the end of the episode, isn't it? Oh, that was fast. Whoa, that dude's huge! 13 feet tall! What did I just watch? So they're going to Vacuo now, but it's like a pocket dimension that's somehow also in Vacuo, like it's its own location, but it's also like in Vacuo, similar to how the one that they're in right now is in Atlas. Are they gonna go back, or did they just in Vacuo now? I expected like a whole volume of travel. What happens if you fall? I mean, I would assume, you know, you die, but that would just be like a normal thing. You wouldn't have to clarify, as if you fall off a ledge, you die, unless you're the Ozatar. Wait, what did that say? Sections, lights activate from top. This is cool. Oh, I love the numbers on the panel. I don't know, I just really like the concept stuff. No, go away, go away. Go away! I want to look at the pretty stuff. Oh, that's cool. So we've got both of the God of Light's relics now. I wonder if the God of Darkness has relics that are like really different or something. Yeah, so time to go back through that with captions and figure out what the heck just happened, because what the actual heck, mind you, happened? Okay, no one died. That's nice. Oh, man. So they got the relic of creation, and they just have it now. That was like the one thing that I said I didn't want to happen, was for them to make Penny a real girl body, because that kind of feels to me like it... I don't know, I just really liked the idea of, yeah, she's a robot, but she gets to have... She's still a real girl, like the maiden powers transferred to her. That proved it. That's all she needed. I mean, I'm glad that she can feel hugs now. Like, all warm inside. Like, that was really cute. But it just makes it feel like, oh, she was missing something before. Like, she wasn't enough. She wasn't real. Not that it's saying that, but that's, like, the feeling I get watching it. Is like, oh, she's no longer Robo-Girl. She's just human. I assume the power's transferred with her. Because they're attached to, they're bound to Aura. They're bound to Soul. So, wait. So they made a secondary robot Penny part. Oh, because they said, like, reuse all of her parts, meaning you would take the virus with it, just do everything except for the soul, and it would just leave her soul on its own, and on its own the soul became an identical thing to Penny, I guess, because that's how she identifies, is that's how she sees herself, and that's what a soul is, like I'm constantly talking about. Check out my merge video, about how souls and remnant are how you identify, like how you see yourself is how you are, and the person you choose to be is who you are. Now I'm just hoping that they don't do that for Oscar. I hope that they don't just be like, oh, let's just create an Oz body and then just have the soul split, because like the souls are almost merged. Like, I don't think you can rip the souls apart anymore, especially because, you know, it's like the God of Light's whole thing was that curse, and the God of Light created the relics, or the relic of creation and knowledge. So that would feel kind of cheap, but like, there's still, I don't know. I like the idea of, like, you know, it happens, like, they fully merge, but Oscar's still himself because your soul is how you see yourself, and it's just a part of you. Don't forget about the rest and all of that jazz, and he'll still get to be himself, just also a lot more. I'm not going to ramble about the merge because we'll probably get more on that next episode, which is terrifying. Ren didn't die, which just, you know, makes me scared. So let's process that whole thing. I thought that we were gonna, like, be strung along with an Emerald Illusion. But no, it just it just happened. Oh. Goodness gracious, good golly galoshes. This was a good episode. There's stuff that happened. It felt, like, quick. But we got a fight, which is nice. Okay, so there's some Grimm attacking the ship still. Oh, look, the whale. I didn't even process that. The whale just, like, drooping over the edge of Atlas. That's really cool. Hey, wait, why your screen go dark? Are you not plugged in? Good golly, Miss Molly. No! Apologies, I thought it was charging the entire time. Are you not there? Ah! Yeah. Okay, so, yeah, we got the Staff of Creation, so, yeah, I don't know what kind of Grimm those are. Is that one a manticore? Okay, whatever. Doesn't matter. Yeah, so the whale Grimm is still just kind of there. It's interesting that, like, it's clearly dead, but didn't disintegrate fully. I wonder if that means anything about the type of Grimm that it is, because usually if a Grimm is dead, it just goes whoosh. Or if it's, like, strong knuckly, it does, like, this huge, smoky, like, a thick kind of thing. So I wonder if the whale's gonna just, like, slowly disintegrate, or what. I guess it was disintegrating, so maybe it's just a really slow process because of how huge and dense that thing is. Yeah. There's those 3. And I don't know exactly what that is, but it is scary. Shout out to Emerald, I'm so hyped. Oscar was right. We could really use someone like you, and she did it! I'm so proud of her. Okay, let's see. Happy Huntresses overlooking the crater still. Sometimes it's worth it all to risk the fall. And that was what I was saying, is I feel like it might be that they do it on purpose. Like, but I thought that they would evacuate everyone first before using the staff for something. But the staff freezes time, and they were going to use it to create something to evacuate, so that makes sense. But that means the entire city is going to be, like, crushed. I don't know why they couldn't ask, like, can they not ask to, like, lower Atlas? Because Iron was going to ask to raise Atlas, so why can't they just have it be, like, lowered into the water or something? I do like that he was all like, ugh, a floating city. Kind of wish that Oz was there to hear that and be like, hey! It was my science project. Come on. My science fair.
For anything. We don't know what state Penny is in.
If any of those rats had the nerve to come with her, we put them down immediately.
Put them
down. The general gave its terms. No more games.
The general, like, it's not right there. Like, I like how she's just like, remember everyone, follow the orders of our boss who is right there. Just retracing the steps that led us here. So he's not a fan. Elm's not a fan. Harriet's just... God, Harriet, when I first met you, I was like, ooh, you're hot. And I was like, oh, Elm, you're hot. Like, the Aesops are... But then they became assholes. But now it seems like at least they have some regrets. Oh, hell, see ya. Where was I? Ah! Oh my gosh. So at least we see that Vine has, like, because the people were always like, oh, like the green petals and stuff, they were like, oh, Vine has no emotion, he's like always zen and calm or whatever. But it doesn't feel like that. Like, you know, like we have all said some things we regret. Like, he's not, no offense to Penny, he's not like a robot. I wish Penny wasn't like literal human, because like that's the whole point, is that you don't have to be physically, like she's still her. I don't know. We'll see how that plot goes. I'll be right back. Okay. But yeah, like retracing the steps that led us here. So like they are very much like follow orders, but at a certain point, everyone has a breaking point unless you're Harriet, maybe. All right, let's see.
Retracing the steps that led us here.
Security alert, and then it's Crow and Robin. Cool.
Crow and Robin. They're in the Academy hangar.
Trying to stop the pain.
Hangar with an ER.
Or just looking for a way out.
Not going to happen. I've been waiting to take my shot at those two.
Why do you hate them that much? Is there a reason? Did I forget like why she hates Crow and Robin so much? Oh right, Clover. Duh. I'm such a dumbass. I completely forgot. Oh yeah, in her eyes, he killed her friend. Okay, right. There's that. Also, plus they just all the bootlickers hate Robin.
Here with the general. I'll stay.
We lose the payload, we lose our leverage.
I just thought she was gonna disarm the bomb.
Contain it. Now.
But now it's like, does it really matter if... Oh my gosh, okay, so the bomb down there, if no one dismantles it, and it goes down there, and then Atlas slowly falls, and then the bomb timer goes off, then it blows up Atlas. And so Iron Man would have just blown up Atlas, right? Depending on how big of an impact the bomb has. But yeah, just all those cities, that entire city, the infrastructure, are they all gonna be... Oh, they could all be refugees to Vacuo. And Vacuo will have to take in the people of Atlas, which we know from World of Remnant they are not going to be too keen to do, right? Like, Atlas, like, colonized them and, like, treated them horribly and, like, polluted their whole land by taking over the oasis and stuff and, like... Ooh, conflict. We'll see what happens. I wonder if they're going to come back and see the disarray that Atlas and Mantle are in. Like, if the portals, they're going to go back through them. Do the portals go away? Or are they just still there? Because then people could just leave at any point, which would probably be good. I don't know. We'll get there when we get there.
Sir, this course of action...
I hope you're not going to try to talk me out of it.
Nope, but I'm going to break your aura.
No, sir. I don't think that's possible.
Not yet. We knew it was going to either be Ruby or Emerald disguised as Penny.
I didn't think you'd actually come alone.
She didn't.
I expected at least some resistance from your friends.
I don't want anyone else to die. I must open the vault.
Winter looks so sad. Or does she know about what's about to happen?
You've...
I don't think so, right?
Done the right thing.
I have.
I love that. As soon as that expression happened, I was like, oh, okay, Emerald. And plus the voice, Look at them, it's Team Arson. Look at their poses. We've got Team Arson, you guys. We've got Ark, Ren, Sastre, Oscar, and Nora. Arson! Burn Atlas to the ground! The path to revolution will be paved with the bones of the elite.
Feels weird.
Feels weird. And then she freaking, like, that's awesome. Emerald kicking Ironwood in the face is not something I knew I needed until this moment. But oh my god, I love you, Emerald. I have stand for so long.
I have.
Feels weird.
Yep, and then they're fighting. Cool. And then... Did they reuse the audio from the Haven fight? Ah! And then the stabby one sounds the exact same. Is Oscar's mouth even, like, opening when he's making those sounds? It doesn't look like it. Yeah, it looks like they didn't really animate their mouths. Which is a little distracting, but, they've done a ton. I don't blame them. That's a cool pose. Look at you go, buddy. He's just gonna fall flat on his face. Yeah, his mouth didn't move. I'm glad to see that he's like improved, but not like just unstoppable yet or whatever, or perfect. Like he doesn't have all of it. But look at Winter plus Nora, and then Winter plus Oscar, like, excellent. I'll listen to the lyrics later. Oscar riding on the back of a winter summon, that's so cool. He's finally getting to do fights with people. He doesn't usually get to fight with people. Here's the fights that Oscar has been in. He sparred with RWBY, which doesn't super count, but I'll count it. Like, he sparred with RWBY. Then he fought Lionheart for a short amount of time before Hazel attacked and then Oz took over. And then that was the end of Volume 5. Volume 6 started, he got to start fighting a Grim on the train, which showed that he can do cool little spinnies, but he didn't get to take out the Grim. RWBY did. And that was it for Volume 6. Volume 7, he got to actually have his first kill. He got to one-shot a Grim in Mantle, where he did like a flip into the air. And then he got to run at Neo with his stick in Volume 7. And that's it. Those are all the fights he's been in. He got to run at Neo. Neo flipped him, and then he, like, you know, stabbed the relic. So it's nice to see him actually getting to, like, fight. Especially with other people. Can't wait for his semblance so we can get team attack names. I have wanted did Ironwood not have a reaction to "Oh fuck, you're alive"? That would have, I don't know. It seems like no one has any reaction to anything that happens to Oscar or anything Oscar does. And they're just like, whatever. Intense rock music. I don't know what they're saying. Hang on, let me do this fight on half speed. Yeet. He didn't do the spinny with the cane and stab at the end, though. There's the difference. Whack! People love to, like... Oh, wait, yeah, he fought Cobalt for a second. Cobalt, grabbed the cane, took it away, and then Oscar, like, pushed off him with his feet and did a little backflip, which was cute. Those are all the fights that he's been in. I want to pause on that, like, zappy thing. Because that looks cool. Look at that with all of their aura colors. But what the heck? I guess lightning energy striking. Interesting. That wasn't magic. It looked like it was something Winter was doing. I'm assuming that it's just like a slowing down kind of, like when Adam uses semblance kind of thing, or something that's supposed to like show the impact of it. But I didn't expect Oscar Winter team up to take out Ironwood, but of course, it makes sense. In hindsight, it makes sense. Oh, you're gonna punch a baby? Are you really gonna punch him? He shot a baby. He already shot him last volume. Yeah, hang on, let me pull up the volume 5 fight and see if it really is like the exact same audio. Hey, Hazel. Oh, long time no see. Where did I leave off?
It's supposed to be like this.
Oh, Vault of the Spring Maiden, so it's further back.
Don't stop.
Whatever you're doing, don't stop. I moved your hands out of the way. Okay, yeah. The way that Oz used to be animated is so different. He's so different now.
Beacons.
I wonder what all the extra effort was for. It's called Hey, Have a Bigger Budget now.
Can we please not linger?
I want to linger a little longer. Punch! Backflip! Bad luck charm music. Yeah, spinny and anger face. Like how Oscar was like, hey, maybe your motives are a problem, and Osmond was like, Law, just let me fight him. Here it comes. There soon. Whee! Fuck. It's Oz's music now. Yeah, right there. Listen. Okay, it's not the exact same audio, but it's very close. Anyway, back to this one. Back to slow motion too. Fucking destroy him! And they shattered his aura, which means his metal is no longer active, but he's also just kind of like that. He was able to do it real fast though, so I wonder, is that like just an effect, or is that like time dilation type thing? I mean, I guess not, but it might just be, is it magic? Like what does that actually mean? He's all twisted. Boy, careful with your limbs. You still have 17 broken ribs. He was like gonna baseball bat whack him. I'm not gonna work with this headmaster. Yeah, this is a winter attack. So Oscar's just kind of standing there. Dang! Cool poses, everyone involved. Ooh, I forgot. I didn't notice that he like passed out.
Sorry, guys.
He sounds drunk.
We don't want to fight.
Not anymore, though. Not these
drop
days.
Atlas either. We've all had to make some tough calls, huh? Go! Move to phase 2.
Guys, she has to go to the vault. That's
I still don't understand that line.
we haven't considered.
We've been so worried about keeping the vault closed that we never considered.
Yeah,
using
why?
what's inside.
That's what I've been saying this entire freaking time. Like, ever since chapter 7 of volume 7, I'm like, okay, so clearly we need to figure out what to do with the staff so that Atlas doesn't fall onto Mantle as soon as anyone gets a hold of it. Like, lower it into the water or something like that, or evacuate Mantle, lower it down there, and then have people from Mantle live up on Atlas if there's enough room, which there might not be, but there's plenty of agricultural area for at least, you know, a protection from the Grim. Behind the city walls as well. I don't know. But the point is that I'm like, ever since that happened, I'm just like, we need to figure out what to do with the staff. What can it do? We need to know its limitations, because if we don't know it, how am I supposed to theorize on what they could do with it? People had the theory that what Oscar did in The Whale was that he was going to create a pocket dimension, but nope. They're going to make a pocket dimension here, but it's also a pocket dimension that teleports to Vacuo or is in Vacuo, but like, do they just go through the portals again and suddenly you're in Vacuo? Because I didn't notice like a door. I'll pay attention when we're there.
Use it to save Penny and get everyone in Atlas and Mantle back to safety.
Look at them all. So sweet. Look at just like Willow and Whitley in the back. Like, does Whitley have any freaking clue what's going on? Like, how much have they filled him in? Poor kid's just like watching all this happen.
Well, you'll never guess who I just heard from.
Bruh, your scroll is see-through. We can see Winter on it. She's right there. What does it say? Nah, I don't know if we can see it.
Well, you'll never guess who I just heard from.
I love pouty Winter.
Not arresting me?
No. Ironwood's got to be stopped.
Then why did you hit me?
Because you were about to get killed if I didn't do something.
We can tell he's looking. I don't know why exactly they did the lines, but it's cute. It works better than Jean's thing last chapter.
We're going to need help. Speaking of help.
Yeah, I love that. They were just like, hell yeah.
I can't evacuate.
Look at, I'm just gonna like notice how they're all sitting and standing. No one's in the head chair anymore. It's interesting. I wonder if there's symbolism. Just poor Whitley, just...
Unless we use the staff, which is located inside the vault. If we open the vault...
I'm still surprised that Jean didn't go with
Ironwood
Penny.
gets wind of any of this, he blows up Mantle.
There's something else to consider. Once the staff creates anything else. the city drops.
Yeah.
Atlas has enough natural gravity dust to keep it from plummeting immediately, but, well...
This on fast speed? It is. I just thought it felt really fast because we had just gone from it being slow.
Speaking of help...
I love you,
So
Winter.
we've got people trapped in Atlas and Mantle that we can't evacuate unless we use the staff, which is located inside the vault.
Yeah.
If we open the vault, Penny terminates. If Ironwood gets wind of any of this, he blows up Mantle.
There's something else to consider. Once the staff creates anything else, the city drops. Atlas has enough natural gravity dust to keep it from plummeting.
See, what I don't understand is why they needed, why RWBY was like, why she said that, oh, the virus would go with her if they were to make another robot body. Like, they could just make one. Like, the virus wasn't part of the blueprints, and it's not part of her aura. So if they just made one and then transferred her soul using the transfer machines... I don't know. I guess I wanted her to be human. I just... that was the one thing I said I didn't want to happen. That other than, like, Neo talking. Please don't let Neo talk. Let us have a disabled character, please. Without being like, oh, let's have her actually not be disabled. Yeah, I know selective mutism is a thing, but that's not something that has been indicated, and it's just, she doesn't need to talk. She doesn't... I don't know. It's just Penny's extremely transcoded, not on purpose, but, like, she just is, and so it's very easy to project onto her. And so... Like, and there's nothing wrong with, like, you know, transitioning, obviously, but it would just be cool to continue that thing of, like, you don't have to. Your body isn't who you are, your soul is who you are, that kind of thing. But oh well. We're gonna see that apply to Oscar next chapter, I'm pretty sure. Mark my worms.
Immediately, but, well, nobody's going to want to be around when it touches down.
Okay. Then let's use the staff to teleport everyone to safety. Maybe even to another kingdom.
We can't just wave it like a magic wand and make our problems go away.
I like his little poses. I know that they're like Aussie movements, but they look so cute. He looks like a child imitating his parent. It's adorable, okay? What I have noticed is that both Oscar and Ozpin are doing Ozpin-y poses and movements, and Oscar-y facial expressions and thoughts and feelings and opinions and morals and worldview and perspective and all that jazz. So, like, in all those ways, they're very Oscar-y, but in all the, like, the movements and muscle memory ways, they're very Ozpin-y. So it's interesting. I don't know if that means anything, but they've been doing it. And their voices are both, like, melding together, which is so cool. The voice actors for Oscar and Oz are so freaking talented because, you know, Aaron Dismuke has had to, like, differentiate the Oscar voice from the Ozpin voice for a long time and then slowly have the two become more and more similar. Something kind of in the middle, while still making it able to be differentiated. And plus, like, when Oscar was faking being Oz, you could tell it. Like, when he was talking to Salem, I'm sorry, the reunion isn't living up to your expectations. That thing, you could tell that it was Oscar trying to do an Ozpin imitation, which, how the heck did you pull that off? But then also, this volume and last, ever since Oscar unlocked magic, Shannon McCormick has been talking a lot more like Oscar and like Aaron Dismuke does. And so it's very interesting. Like, even his monologue, like, his voice has that softer quality. It's doing the dropping at the ends. It's having more of that stress on the first syllable or the first vowel of a lot of words. Like, I think this plan to divide. Like those types of things. He says a less enunciation and stuff. And, like, even in Oscar's head, like, they sound more and more similar, and I think that's really cool. I'm excited but terrified, and it's also just kind of weird that he's like, I know that it's not super relevant right now. This is probably something that should have happened in volume 7, or maybe earlier this volume. I understand why it didn't happen, but, like, it's weird that he doesn't talk about this with any of his friends. Like, they never ask like about the process or how he's feeling or what's going on, and he never tells them, or he never is like, oh, by the way, I could be gone at any moment. Like, you know, like, because he seems to, it doesn't seem like he thinks anymore that he's going to be completely taken over. The way that he's talked about it now is less, oh, I'm just going to be another one of his lives, and more, we are becoming each other, and with that comes a sense of a loss of sense of self, maybe, or just like a worry of a loss of sense of self. because like I said, it's up to the souls in question in each reincarnation what exactly happens, but it doesn't seem like it's like something that they can just like choose. Like it's a long, steady process, and every step of the way we have seen Oscar maintaining his autonomy and his identity and individuality, and his strong sense of those things that he clearly values. Yeah. And it's really neat. It's really neat the way that they're showing the progression of the merge. Like hang on. Yes, this is a tangent. I don't care. In what chapter was it? What was I talking about? Friggity frack fruck. I was talking about Oscar, but like, aren't I always? Merging, how he's talking something. I know it was in volume 8 that I was thinking of. I don't know. But yeah, like in chapter 9, he was talking about how like, oh, I can feel us merging faster, which indicates like merging, like the two souls becoming one, not I can feel you taking over, I can feel myself disappearing or anything like that. And Oz's whole, I think you're doing just fine on your own, implying that's like, I think you're doing fine on your own, like you don't need me to be part of you as well, like you don't, like not I think you're doing just fine, but like specifically that soon you won't be on your own, not that you'll be gone, you'll just be together. In one identity. I wonder if Oscar's gonna start using like I, me pronouns instead of like for himself when he's talking about Oz's memories, like because we've seen him do that before with the tea set, and recall other memories and such. This is not super relevant. What was I thinking about? Individualities, taking it every step of the way. I've been following his lead. Dang it, I don't remember what it was I was thinking of. Gosh dang it. Yeah, whatever. I'll go back to this.
To safety. Maybe even to another kingdom.
We can't just wave it like a magic wand and make our problems go away. And we haven't even told you about...
What does that movement remind me of? I feel like it reminds me of Weiss, actually.
Maybe even to another kingdom.
We can't
this
just wave
and then
it like
the
a magic
little
wand and make our
this
problems
thing.
go away. And we haven't even told you about him.
Who?
The spirit and the staff. Like Jin. But, well, he's a character.
Listen to how he's talking, man. Like he's like animated the same as Oscar now. Like the eyes don't freaking change anymore. Which is cool because like Ozpin used to have like the pentagon shaped eyes when he was in control of Oscar, but this volume, no, he's like animated the same as Oscar now.
Who?
We haven't even told you about him. Like it's just him and Oz.
Staff.
So how long has he known about?
Like Jin.
Well, he's a character.
Well,
the hair did a little whoosh this time. I don't think it did a whoosh last
like
time, really.
Jin.
See, like look at him. He doesn't seem like there's no like big change in like posture or anything. They're just.
Spirit in the staff. Like Jin. But well,
he's sitting up all straight, so it makes him look like he's taller than RWBY. I don't like that. I don't like that one bit.
Like Jin.
RWBY sit up straight. He's also leaning forward, but like. He's 5'2", she's 5'4". If he grew in the last 2 days, then I'm calling bullshit.
Well,
he already got like 4 or 5 inches taller in volume 7.
Build you anything, but only if you can away.
Maybe even to another kingdom.
We can't just wave it like a magic wand and make our problems.
Wouldn't that be nice, though?
Maybe even to another kingdom.
We can't just wave it like a magic wand and make our problems go away.
But you can wave it like a magic wand and be like, ooh, I want a floating city. That's a good idea. I realized that like he wanted it to be like if you use the staff for something else, there are major consequences so that people wouldn't want to use it for selfish reasons because then it would kill a ton of people. But did you not think that maybe Salem would want to do that? You know, she wants the relics. You would just be helping her. Oz, you gotta think things through. I don't know whose idea it was, because Ironwood said it was Oz's idea in a former life, so it wasn't Professor Ozpin's idea. Oh, right. Didn't the King of Vale make the vaults? So I guess it was the King of Vale who wanted a floating city. Whatever.
And we haven't even told you about him.
Who?
The spirit
So
of-
fast.
Like Jin. But, well, he's a character. He can build you anything, but only if you can explain to him how.
He's doing the pauses
Like
after the
Blueprint.
word but. He's doing it. I know that doesn't almost mean anything, but Oscar always pauses after the word but, like almost always. And I've been like, I just need Ozpin to pause after the word but a couple times. He did last chapter, but it wasn't like the same because it was like, but failing to learn from her initial failure, she only succeeded in spreading it, or having not learned from, so that's like, okay, that's a pretty natural pause, but like this is, I was like, maybe if it's like in the middle of a sentence or a phrase or something like that, and we got it, again, it probably doesn't mean that much, but I'm taking it.
He can build you anything, but only if you can explain to him how.
It's just,
like
he's got the
craftsman, he'll need blueprints. Some sort of reference.
speech patterns.
It'll help if we have real-world examples to show him.
I've already gone through the city layouts for the SDC evacuation.
Can't believe Ozpin and Whitley got to interact before Oscar and Whitley got to interact. Snowpines Nation, how you feeling? Look at his little smile. That's so cute. Oh, it's got his little, like the little hand pose that he does.
City layouts for the SDC evacuation. Maybe I can help.
Just such a cute little sun
There's
smile.
still James and his bomb to consider.
Yep.
Oh, I've got a plan for that.
So, that takes care of phase 1.
What? That's not Weiss.
Meanwhile,
Is
the
it?
real Penny goes to.
So, that takes care of phase 1.
That does not sound
the
like
real
Weiss.
There's
Who
still
is that?
James and his bomb to consider.
I like how you're still calling him James.
So, that takes care of phase 1.
Meanwhile, the real Penny goes to the vault. With help.
I blasted a hole
It just
through the bottom
doesn't
of Atlas.
sound like.
That takes care of phase 1.
That sounds like Blake, right?
So, that takes care of phase 1.
Meanwhile, the real Penny goes to the vault.
The captions aren't perfect. In the very first chapter, when Ozpin says heads up, it says man in brackets. To be fair to whoever did the captions, he sounds more like Oscar now. So I can understand why you'd be like, is that? Because I watched a reaction of people reacting to the Volume 7 finale, and when the monologue happened, they didn't have subtitles on, and they were like, is this a new voice actor for Ozpin? Or is this Oscar? Like, I think the first thing they said was, is this Oscar? And they were like, or is it Ozpin? No, that's Oscar. And then someone was like, is it a new voice actor for Ozpin that sounds more like Oscar? And then they were like, I think it's a mix. I think they're switching between the two. And I was like, I hadn't heard it before, but then when I pay attention, I'm like, oh, he's doing like the speech patterns. That's cool. They're like getting each other's. Oh, it's interesting.
With help.
Poor
I
Penny.
blasted a hole through the bottom of Atlas.
Little thumbs up
I
from
doubt they
Klein.
had time for repairs.
I like how he's just casually, oh, I blasted a hole through the bottom of Atlas. I mean, I guess after blowing up the whale, then that's different. Oh, did she carry all of them? I didn't process that, because she can do
I
that.
blasted a hole through the bottom of Atlas, and I highly doubt they've had time for repairs. That should take you straight to it.
Yeah.
All of that is the easy part.
As soon as Penny opens the door, we go through, grab the staff, and stop her termination.
Just hang in there, Penny. Okay?
Party people gonna stay up late, so terminate tonight. Oh, tonight. You ever just like do those like fake riffs, kind of like the walk away, hey, just for fun? Because I do all the time subconsciously. Go, Penny, go. No one died this episode. Which is the first time at chapter 12 no one's died since the Nuclevi. That was cool. That was a cool pose that RWBY just did. Look at their faces. I love that Emerald's there with them. It makes me happy that she'd go with Team Alpine. Although that does make me worry that it's going to become Team Aspen. But right now it's Team Arson. Of course she would follow Oscar, like he's her only friend at a party. There was a post about that.
It seems someone has come to engage my creative wiles. All I'll say is it better be worth it after my last.
I wonder if the
floating
other
city?
two relics have different looking creatures and
Hi,
people
Mr.
inside, beings.
Ambrosius. Sir,
Wait, what was his name?
Hi,
Mr. Ambrosius. That makes sense. Like Ambrosia. Like how they're like Mr. Ambrosius and then they could just call Jin Jin. So they didn't have to say his name to summon him. They just touched the staff. So there's no password to get it. That's good to know. So if Salem gets the staff, she doesn't need any information. She doesn't need to torture anyone.
Ambrosius, sir, listen, it's about our friend. She's dying.
I'm going to go ahead and assume
Our
that
friend.
you know it's against the rules for me to bring people back from the dead, so...
That's not what we want. She's not your typical girl.
Yeah. But then they made her human. Maybe at some point I'll be happier about it.
So she isn't. I'd love to meet
She
you
doesn't
whoever
have
did
rocket
this.
propellers anymore, man.
I see.
She can fly because she's a maiden, but...
There's something eating away at her.
Oh shit, so I was thinking about like maiden power transfer, because like, oh, Penny can die and just come back or whatever. But now, if the Winter Maiden powers are to transfer to someone, that means Penny has to die. I guess then Pietro could just use the rest of his soul to sacrifice himself to make another robot Penny, and then maybe they would use that to make another human Penny. But I would hope not. But also I don't want Pietro to sacrifice himself, but also it's very possible because they established in Volume 7, Chapter 7. No, I dropped my headphone! No! Where'd you go? Oh, there it is. Okay. Some clever plan to save her. Such a sassy boy.
Clever plan to save her. Just know, I will give you exactly what you ask for, and I don't want any complaining when it's not what you want.
Who's voicing him? It's fun.
We brought
Probably
her
someone
schematics.
famous, but...
We want you to make a new version of her, using her exact same robot parts.
That was curiously worded, girl.
An exact copy of her would include the virus. An exact copy of her without the virus would cease to exist the second you make something else. And we kind of want to keep
Okay,
her
let me
around
process
longer. It
this.
ceased to a copy of her would
An
include
exact copy of her would include the virus. But she's saying make a copy with the robot parts to include the virus. Can't you just like install malware?
the virus. An exact copy of her without the virus would cease to exist the second.
Exact copy of her without the virus would cease to exist the second you make someone make. So right, so they didn't make Penny the human body. They made that one, and the soul became that. Does that mean that like if you just picture yourself a different way, you can make yourself look however you want? Because then everyone just has Neo's shape-shifting ability, but permanent. I know that's not what it means, but there's a lot of questions that this raises about souls. I'm gonna have to reevaluate some stuff. This doesn't change anything about this only reinforces my theories about the merge. Like, this only adds to it, but also it's confusing. I don't know.
You make something else. And we kind of want to keep
And I
her
do like that they
around
clarified that it's not just, oh, it's being used to keep Atlas up, so if it's used for something else, it'll fall. But also, if it creates something, the next time you create something, that old thing disappears. Which I guess means that they didn't use that Oz, one of the past Oz's, didn't use the staff to create the pocket dimensions, because otherwise they would disappear. So then how did they make, where did they come from? What? I don't know.
than that.
You've done your homework.
We want you to create a new version of her.
They didn't really do their homework, they just copied.
Robotic parts. Taking the virus with them.
Okay, but if I take the robot parts out of her, that would leave...
Penny, the girl who's always been there underneath it.
You can't destroy. It's against the rules. But you wouldn't be destroying her. Her soul is who she is.
The mechanical parts are just extra.
It's only a part of
soul.
you.
Without a complete body, what would be left?
I don't know. I guess you just have to get creative.
What's your favorite idea?
Suppose I could do a little
Mine's being creative. But how do you get the idea?
Penny would be my work and how much would be her.
How much of the old Penny would be my work and how much would be her? So wait, he created a secondary robot Penny, leaving her soul behind. What happened to the... Oh, right, because he used the exact same parts, so it was just remaking the existing one. That's why there weren't two. Okay.
I suppose I could do a little... add a touch-up.
A touch
How
of?
much of the old Penny would be my work and how much would be her? Just coming up to the surface.
Add a touch-up makes it sound like he's coming up with an idea, even though like he said he'll do exactly specifically what they want, and he gave it. So being like, "Ooh, I have an idea," is like, that's not what you said. I don't know.
Very exciting and very dangerous. I don't know what the results are going to be.
We don't have any other options. We believe in her.
Then ready yourselves to witness my artistry.
Did Penny agree to this plan? I assume so. That's really pretty though, the blue and gold.
It's done.
But again, they better not do that with us, because that would not make sense to separate the souls, because they're already connected.
Signal, then.
They're already combined. You can't
in the vault.
rip them apart.
Penny is going to be okay.
If Atlas is moving, we need to get word out before people panic.
Meaning hurry.
Oh, he's doing the clenchy fists when he's scared. I will always point that out. Shut up.
That did, something? You're live.
Everyone can see you.
Yeah, I was like, don't make the same mistake as Ruby. Say it as fast as you can, as much as you can.
What we have to tell you is very important. Atlas is falling.
But...
Wait, what happened?
It's dead. The entire season.
So did Ironwood shut it off?
Just went down.
And so did kingdom-wide communications. How?
The bigger question is, what do we do now?
Yeah.
That boy said Atlas is falling. Is that true?
Yes. We're using the staff to get everyone to safety. Salem can have the rubble. We'll all be long gone.
Are you going to leave me here?
So they're gonna just have Atlas and Mantle destroyed.
No.
Solitas.
When we're finished, we'll move both of you to safety.
Oh, Winter, thank you.
Oh, don't thank me. It was Weiss's decision.
I like that way. I'm glad that Jacques not gonna die. You don't need your parents to die in order to escape their abuse.
Penny?
Case in point. See, but this just makes it feel like she wasn't whole before. Like, oh, I couldn't experience hugs the same way. I wasn't enough. God, watching yourself die like that? Self-terminate? Ugh, that's terrifying. Why doesn't she have shoes? She's got the rest of her clothes, but she couldn't imagine herself with shoes. Oh, she doesn't have the power button on her thingy anymore. Probably not on her bow either.
Okay.
Do hugs always make you feel this warm inside?
Yes.
Wow.
See, because that makes it seem like, oh, I didn't get to experience everything before.
And start the evacuation.
That hug with Yang looked weird. Like it's not all the way around. Aw, a little smile at her. Oh, that's so cute.
Free to create and... Oh, it's you guys again.
Why are you
We're
disappointed?
not done with you yet.
Weiss, I don't get why Weiss is being, like, unnecessarily... Like, this whole volume. Just like with Whitley, where it's just like, you sure you can handle this? Assuming you can handle that. Like, that was realistic sibling banter. That was cute. And then, we still need to work on your attitude. Like, no, you don't. That's not attitude. He was being playful. For a second there, I thought the writers were going to write realistic siblings, and then they made it seem like what he did was wrong. Like, come on, let people be sassy. Which I realize sounds, like, hypocritical, because now I'm, like, making fun of her for being sassy. But, like, I don't know why she's like, we're not done with you yet. Like, It's like, you serve us. You need to do this. Like, he just did what you asked and it worked well. You should be, like, thanking him or something. I don't know.
Oh, it's you guys again.
We're not done with you yet.
Fine.
Let's try the quick version. Can you make a bunch of doorways in Atlas that open at a single spot in Vacuo?
Sure, I'll just need coordinates and specs for each door, an explanation for bending space and time to account for the
So did they give coordinates and spec?
And a single point of exit on the other.
Okay, that's about what we expected. So, we need to funnel everybody through a central location first.
You're going to have to tell me more about this central location for starters. Where is it?
Here. A place like these vaults. Wherever they are, they're not part of Remnant.
So if the staff is used for anything else, like say if, you know, Cinder and Neo take it, or something, or if the staff is used for anything else, that pocket dimension ceases to exist and takes all the people of Solitas with it. All the refugees die. Well, why doesn't Penny have leggings or whatever? Like, she just looks all like... The skirts are too short in this show. Like, ooh, I'm a sexy little schoolgirl.
Right way in. Seems like a safe
She's
enough place
adorable,
for thousands
but,
of refugees.
You kids are either
like, I mean, I'm sorry, but Pietro or Ironwood or whoever redesigned the new Penny did not have any reason to give her bigger boobs. There was no reason for that other than the fact that every time a character gets a new outfit, they either get taller and or bigger boobs. They don't need to all have the same body shape. Let people have different body types. Whatever.
Are much more foolish than you realize. I'm going to need a reference.
Oh, we've got one.
Yeah, what was this for? I think, did Wintley mention it? That part makes sense. Like, that's, you know, Atlas and Mantle.
Seems like a safe enough place for
We're at 15 minutes in. Let me go back to find Whitley saying something about it. God, seeing Ironwood, that was so satisfying watching him get whacked.
Considered using what's inside.
The Staff of Creation.
That sounds very similar to the way that Oscar said Staff of Creation in Volume 7. I'm just gonna listen to it just because I'm monitoring how much the voices have changed and such, you know?
Creation tower up in the sky.
The Staff of Creation.
Yeah.
How's it go?
Whatever, I think I already skipped.
Ironwood's got to be stopped.
Here we go.
Which is located inside the vault.
Going to need. Speaking of help.
So we've got people trapped in Atlas and Mantle that we can't evacuate unless we use the staff.
Okay, but what were you planning on doing with the SDDC ships? Because you were like, oh, we got to evacuate Mantle. Where were you going to bring them? Were you just going to have the ships like fly somewhere and just like kind of stay in the sky for a bit? Were you going to evacuate them up to Atlas? Like, what was the plan then before you planned on using the staff? I don't know.
Which is located inside the vault.
I'm just paying attention to their seating patterns and everything. Not that it means anything, but you know.
We can't evacuate unless we use the staff, which is located inside the vault. If we open the vault, Penny terminates. If Ironwood gets wind of
See, let me say something. I gotta say something because this has been a discourse in the fandom the last week. There was a shot in the last chapter where Emerald's like, oh, I switched sides, and they're like, aw, and start laughing, and it shows a shot of Team RWBY laughing, and then it shows a shot of Jean, Ren, Nora, and Penny laughing. And so people were like, is Oscar getting removed from the team? Is he being shoved out? Is it actually Penny? Is Penny gonna be the P and Juniper? First of all, it's not the whole P and Juniper. They're a new team with a new set of people. It's not replacing Pyrrha. No one's replacing them. They can have a new team name. Juniper, Alpine, Aspen. Or Orange if you're the merch store, but that's dumb because Oscar is not the leader of the team. At least at the moment. I don't know if they're gonna like go to that at some point, but I don't know. He's a good leader, but I feel like people would be really upset if it's like kicking Jean out of his position or whatever, because he worked really hard to get here and stuff, and I feel like Oscar doesn't really want to be the leader. So naming it Team Orange is weird, especially because that's not the order that they show up on the merch. They show up in the order of Alpine. Anyway, Alpine and Aspen, that would just make it a tree all the time. So that would be a nice little consistency. But yeah, so like people were like, oh no, they're kicking Oscar out. And I'm just like, they wanted him standing so that he could do the switch sides, and help Emerald up. That's what they wanted. Plus the whole, I started to feel like me, not the same me I was before. Like I felt like I was actually part of the team. But now that Oz is back, that implies that he no longer feels like he's allowed to be part of the team. So he's distancing himself a little bit. Like that could be a character thing. I do wish that he got to be a part of any team thing ever, like getting to be part of the group hugs and stuff like that. But it makes sense for his character right now. And so if someone were to look at this, would they be like, oh yeah, see, Penny is part of their team now, and look, Weiss is getting kicked out of Team RWBY and be replaced with Oscar. Like, see how little sense that makes? It's like it's just a shot. It is just the positions of where they are right now. Anyway, I just wanted to say that. Like, no, Oscar's still a member of the team. He's not getting replaced or kicked out. They're just, you have friends, there are new friends. It doesn't, whatever.
The staff, which is located inside the vault. If we open the vault, Penny terminates. If Ironwood gets wind of any of this, he blows up Mantle.
There's something else to consider. Once the staff creates...
Yeah, why have they not been considering that, though? Like, that shouldn't be new information. Oscar, you said that in Chapter 1. The moment Salem uses the staff to create anything else, Atlas falls onto Mantle.
Natural gravity dust to keep it from plummeting immediately, but... well...
See, he pauses after but a lot.
Nobody's going to want to be around when it touches down.
Okay, then let's use the staff to teleport everyone to safety. Maybe even to another kingdom.
We can't just wave it like a magic wand and make our problems go away.
I like that we have Sass Boy Oscar back.
Him.
Well, not back. He didn't really leave.
The spirit and the staff.
God, that's so fast
like
now.
But
like, it's such a quick blink. I feel like what's gonna happen is it's going to be like that quick blink, and soon it's going to like not, his hair won't move. Like none of him will move. It'll just be the blink, and the slight gold, and eventually it'll just, or very soon, it'll just be a blink with like no audio cue, no visual cue, and then there won't be a switch at all because Oscar will just be. They won't need to switch because it'll just be both of them. All of them. The souls will be one.
Him.
Who?
The spirit and the staff. Like Jin. But, well, he's a character. He can build you anything.
I forgot that this was Ozpin, because he's talking the same.
The spirit and the
just
staff.
Slightly deeper.
Like Jin. But, well, he's a character. He can build you anything, but only if you can explain to him how. Like any craftsman, he'll need blueprints, some sort of reference. It'll help if we have real-world examples to show him.
I've already gone through the city layouts for the SDC evacuation.
Okay, city layouts for the SDC evacuation. That makes sense.
There's still
Whitley, you're so smart.
To consider.
Oh, I've got a plan for that.
So Weiss's plan was Emerald kick Ironwood in the face. That is such a valid plan, Weiss. I love that.
Meanwhile, the real Penny goes to the vault. With help.
Mm-hmm.
I blasted a hole through the bottom of Atlas, and I highly doubt they've had time for repairs.
So they were having this conversation.
The evacuation. Maybe I can help.
Did it continue? Was that still it? Or did they cut away and it's a new conversation?
Still James.
Because I'm like, how fast did they switch back? I mean, I'm sure it was pretty quick, but like...
So, that takes care of phase 1.
Meanwhile, the real Penny goes to the vault. With help.
I blasted a hole through the bottom of Atlas, and I highly doubt
I wasn't
they've
paying
had time
attention,
for repairs.
god damn it.
I've got a plan for that.
So, that takes care of phase 1.
Okay, so it does skip ahead.
The real Penny goes to the vault. With help.
I blasted a hole through the bottom of Atlas, and I highly doubt they've had time for repairs.
Oh, right, I already went here. Skip ahead. Skip ahead, skip ahead. But in the end, Rapunzel finds a millionaire.
Free to create and... oh, it's you guys again.
We're not done with you yet.
Fine.
Let's try the quick version.
I'll just need coordinates and specs for each point of exit on the other.
Okay, that's about what we expected. So, we need to funnel everybody through a central location first.
It's weird seeing Penny with human skin.
Location for starters. Where is it?
I mean, not that her face didn't, but
a place like these vaults. Wherever they are, they're not part of Remnant. Only accessible if you know the right way in. Seems like a safe enough place for
there's
thousands
silver
of refugees.
flowers. That's interesting too.
You kids are either smarter or much more foolish than you realize. I'm going to need a reference.
I like that you can have like a conversation with this dude. Because with Jin, it's like you gotta be real careful because you can't ask her questions. God, that's cool. Don't fall. It's gonna be full of people though. Someone's gonna fall. What happens if you fall? Does that break the might of Atlas will protect you? I just saw that in the background. That's so funny. Didn't realize Cordovan was such a figurehead.
People enter from Atlas and Mantle on one side.
I feel you, Joanna.
And leave on the other side with a one-way ticket to Vacuo.
Well, everything appears to be in order. You were quite thorough.
Whitley was.
So
that music. That's gonna be a lead motif probably. I should pay attention to it later. Oh, that's terrifying.
Oh, and one last
the existential dread of watching your body decay in front of you.
Do not fall.
I may fall.
Okay, and with that dire warning.
So Atlas is still gonna fall. I hope this is still kind of like our heroes taking an L. At least a little. Because that's how it feels it's setting up, but...
We did it.
What now?
We go to Vacuo. All of us.
So although Nora gets the staff and becomes Winter Maiden theories...
I hope that we've thought of everything.
Which is probably a good thing that wasn't that wasn't the thing.
And hope all of us.
Because then we would just know who gets all of the relics based on that theory.
Hope that we've
or at least we could assume it. Look how scared everyone is. I'm surprised that they were just like went through. Good job, Joanna, just being like, alright, I'm gonna stick my hand in this mysterious portal that appeared. Like, not like take a defensive stance like something's gonna come out of it. Just like, which is good. It's a good thing that that's what they did. I'm glad that throughout all of Atlas, enough people went through to check. Probably were able to go back through and be like, guys, it's safe here or something. I don't know. God, and Cinder's there. What's she gonna do? She wants revenge. She's trying to do the Neo thing. Salem isn't here right now. Like, she's a loose cannon. And Neo's like, you know what you owe me, and what she owes her, to our knowledge, is, Ruby's life. Is it still recording? Yes, cool. Ah, oh, me. I'm so scared. I don't even know what to think about this. Okay, what's next to happen? They're in the place, I guess Atlas and Mantle are both there. I hope people get along and they don't fight, and I hope that people can put their faunus discrimination aside for the moment. Hopefully it's a nice warm vault. They're no longer having to, like, because a lot of people don't have a projected aura, and the heating grid was out. And like Weiss said in Chapter 3 of Volume 7, without heating or a projected aura, the cold of Solitas can kill you within a matter of hours. So people are already probably dying because these are civilians. They're not huntsmen. They don't have a lot of control over their aura. Most of them probably don't even have it activated or unlocked. So it's good that they all made it here. I don't know why there are people wearing like very non-winter clothes. it seems that this is Atlas because they're all pretty well dressed and I don't see any Faunus. So it seems like this is the section that's Atlas. So is Cinder just gonna wait there and try to kill RWBY, or is she just gonna try to kill as many of these people as possible for what reason? Is Neo also there? Where's Watts? What's Watts doing? Oh, he probably is the one who shut down the CCT towers, isn't he? That would make sense. Because, like, Cinder knows that they were trying to get message out to the like, she would probably be able to anticipate that or, like, guess it. Because, like Salem doesn't know those kids like I do. They wouldn't just abandon their misguided attempt to save the world, like that part. So, yeah, I wonder where Watts and Cinder are. And I wonder when Salem's gonna come back. Is she gonna come back and see that everything's fallen and crashed? Is she gonna... Also, the fact that Ironwood didn't fix the giant gaping hole in the bottom of that. I guess he didn't know that it was there. Never mind, that makes sense. It's just that he didn't know that it was there, but also it's like anyone could have flown up. I guess they wouldn't have been able to get the staff if they weren't the Maiden. But anyone could have flown up there. Very similar to after Cinder like broke through the bottom of the Haven Vault, and now there's a direct path to go up there. If you can figure out how to like fly or climb or get up there, you're in the vault, or the area that has the vault. So that sure is something. So the pocket dimensions do exist in a location, which makes sense because, you know, they're in the vaults and such. So these are just doors to the vaults. Can the Grimm go through the doors and they just like have everyone in one area? Are the doors gonna like kind of go away when they, well, if they use the staff for anything else? Fucking hell. This is intense. And Neo still has the lamp. But now that we've got the staff thing, I wonder if they're actually going to use the last question of the lamp. Does it count? Can I check off my bingo card for the lamp is used? Because it was used, just the question wasn't used. Like it was used to answer a question, just Jin wasn't the one answering it. It was Hazel being like, Oscar told me the password to find out whether or not Salem's ending the world. If he's telling the truth, then he's telling the truth about Jin, then he's probably telling the truth about the other thing, because otherwise why would I ask her? Maybe I could see him being like, well, maybe Oscar just wants me to use the last question so Salem can't get it, you know, like, and find that out after, but then he would just beat the crap out of him, but he was already doing that, so... I don't know. Je ne sais pas. What else? What other plot lines are going on right now? Didn't get a magic fight in the vault, unfortunately. The night's still young. God, we only have... This was chapter 12. We only have 2 left. They're in Vacuo. This is how they get to Vacuo. There's no... I'm kind of disappointed. Not disappointed, but it makes me apprehensive because... You know, there's so much plot stuff going on in Volume 8 that I'm like, okay, Volume 9 is going to be aftermath stuff. We will be able to see the effect, the emotional effect that this is having on each character, both internally and interpersonally. So, like, we want to see the effects of the grief that they're having, or the regrets that they might be having, or dealing with the aftermath of Atlas having fallen, like, But if they're just going straight to Vacuo, then it's like, you know, it's kind of like they're just going to meet up with Team Coffee and Sun and Neptune, and it's going to be like, look, new characters, new plot, new stuff, and it's just going to be like, I'm afraid that they're going to move past all of this as if it never happened. Like what they did with Oscar being tortured for an entire volume, and then it's just skip ahead, everyone's heard it, no one seems to care or worry about him or anything. And he doesn't seem to be, like, all that shook up about it. But Volume 9, he might have some, like, trauma. Hopefully. Not that I want trauma for my boy, but, you know, like, he's going through it, man. I'm so scared. So I'm thinking maybe next chapter Merge finalizes. And or a death of a major character. You know who I think it might be. I'm hoping not. And it's very likely that he won't die, and that they're just setting up to have like a big moment where you're like, oh shit, Ren's gonna die, and then he doesn't. But like not in a letdown way, more in a like it's like they did that with Weiss at Haven, where like she was stabbed and it was like a fake out death. So they might do another one of those, but with the setup that they have, it would feel a lot more realistic. Because Weiss, it was just kind of like that, like out of nowhere. But with Ren, this has been building up since Volume 4 as a possibility, and then Volume 8 made it like really big possibility. Yeah. Look how frickin' tall. I hope that they all get along. The, you know, the the creatures inside of the beings inside of the relics. I wonder if they ever get together. They probably do not get together because frickin'. Oh wait, that's one thing I should do. I should go over the intro again and see if anything else hits different. Because the staff and the lamp are shown together and their colors swirl, so there's like some theories about how maybe when you bring two relics together, there's like a combination or a fusion of what they can do together. And I think that would be super cool. It might just be like, look, here's the pretty blue lights. We're gonna get both of them this volume, but you know. So yeah, we see Mantle crashing on fire. Are they gonna stay behind, or are they gonna go in the pocket dimension in Vacchio? Or are they gonna stay behind and try to fight off the Grim and get Atlas on the ground or something? Because like this is destroying so many homes. People are gonna be like homeless refugees. There's not gonna be enough food to go around and stuff like that. Like this. That's what I'm saying. Like I've been like, I want, after Atlas falls, I want the Happy Huntresses to establish communism. Or I'll just make like a new form of government. What? His own plan for a new form of government? What? Sorry. I didn't mean to reference Hamilton in this, the year of our Lord and Savior 2021. Yeah. And then there's Atlas, and it's burning, so that's gonna happen once it falls. Yeah, and there's Clover's hand, there's the Aesop's. We got some defections. Oh, that means I've got some bingos, don't I? Oh, poor baby. Are you a virgin, son? Let me look at my bingo. I have two different ones. I've got one for all of Volume 8 and one for Volume 8 Part 2. I've got many for many, but let me see. Aesop's defecting. Ooh, I have a bingo. Penny gets hacked, Aesop's defecting. Yeah, Marrow defecting and Winter defecting gave me 2 bingos. Heck yeah, heck yeah, heck yeah. On my total for Volume 8. I have to stamp it to see. Let me edit. So here's my bingo board for Volume 8 total, not Part 2, but Volume 8 total. Okay, so I added the stamps for this one. I've got, oh man, I've got like 3 bingo. Oh, 4! I didn't realize I already have the diagonal there. So Penny got hacked. Heroes have yet to face consequences, but that's par for the course. Maria got to fight Neo. Crow and Robin broke out of jail, got the jailbird jailbreak. Oscar and Oz teamed up. Yep, they did do that in Chapter 6. Aesop's defecting. We got Marrow defecting. And we got Winter defecting. And fighting Ironwood. I made a song. You like it? Ironwood takes desperate measures. Like, there were already some desperate measures, but once the bomb happened, I'm like, alright, I think I can stamp that one. Bumblebee and Renora angst, there was a bit of that, yeah. Not a ton, but enough for me to stamp it. I meant it to be and or, but whatever. Whitley and Weiss actually talk, that happened. New kinds of Grim, we got 2. 3 if you count the sulfur fish, I guess. Semblances evolve. I was hoping Nora's semblance would evolve. It still might. But actually it makes sense that it didn't yet. Because she hasn't gone through that emotional change or that extreme growth yet. She just, did just another ditzy move from Nora, that thing. So I'm okay with it not having evolved yet. Relic of Creation got removed and used Free space was Oscar get kidnapped, because of course. Ren snaps, he did do that. Side villains defecting. We got Emerald and Hazel, baby, and Hazel's dead, but whatever, I'm fine with it. You were child abusing. Like, I know people like Hazel, and like, he was cool with his introduction, and like, he got Oscar that train ticket, which was very sweet, and like, he had this cool vibe. But he's been like brutally abusing and torturing a kid, which is just insanely hypocritical. And I'm just like, I've lost any respect for you I might have had. I'm sorry, dude. Like, yay that you defected and stuff, but I'm not gonna, whatever. Like with Yang and Oscar, like that, I'm not going to forgive you. But that doesn't mean I can't give you a second chance. And, you know, he used that second chance to help, so that's great. But much like what Ozpin said about Lionheart, where it's like, does one lapse in judgment truly negate all of his good? It's like, does one heroic act truly negate the harm that he has caused others? It doesn't. There's nuance. There's no definitive line between good and bad. It's every choice that you make. Once Atlas falls, I'll get another. Let's see. Oh, right. No. Go back in order. Named character death. We got Councilman Sleet. I could have held off for that one to get, like, a bigger named character death, but I'm okay with I'm counting it. Councilman Sleet has a name. And we can assume he died, even if it's, like, off screen. He got shot. And the look of shock on their faces. And it wasn't the gravity dust gun. It was the white gun of due process. Which is such an ironic name for let's see. Cinder backstory, we got that Oscar unlocks his semblance. Not yet, but if he's gonna, I hope it's next chapter. If he's going to unlock it this volume, I hope it's next chapter, because I'm assuming that he'll be fully merged next chapter. It might be the finale that he gets fully merged, but I really would rather it be next chapter, because again, I want to see Oscar being who he is after the merge and stuff. The biggest thing that's going to be confusing to me is how he's going to be referring to past lives, because it will be, like, that will be part of him, that soul will be part of him. Is he going to have a distinction between his current life and past ones? Like, he's going to, like, know, like, oh, this was this lifetime, this was this lifetime. And so if he identifies with this one, then that will be, like, he'll be able to be like, oh yeah, I did this in a past life, but this one's mine. This is my life. Like, those are things that I have done, but I wasn't there. I didn't do them. I just lived them. So I don't know. It's going to depend. He might get to that point of like not identifying it any separately, but still being like he is still Oscar. Like his worldviews and morals and stuff are still the same, and he's not going to suddenly go by Ozpin because, you know, and Kruby said that all the reincarnations ever since learning to live with the souls prefer to go by their current name, the name of the newest reincarnation. So Oscar's still going to go by Oscar. Where are we? Happy Huntress and Aesop's work together, putting on my clown makeup for that one. I had too much hope. Neo and or Emerald questions Cinder? Yup. Emerald, well, I guess she hasn't fully, she questioned her. And she defected, but, you know, we're still going to get an Emerald Cinder confrontation at some point. I'm a little disappointed at Ironwood and Oscar seeing each other again, and Ironwood not having a moment of, oh, frick, you lived? Like nothing matters. Nothing that happens to Oscar ever seems to have any bearing on the other characters, and that's frustrating to me because it's like, give actions consequences. Let's see. Ozpin acts sound more like Oscar now? Yeah, a lot. Which I guess I could have known from the Volume 7 finale because he was doing it then too. I mean, it's just more obvious now. But looking back on it, it's obvious in Volume 7. Like, especially when he talks to him after Oscar uses magic the second time to land, and he's like, Oscar, if you listen to the... but it's just real quick and short, so I didn't notice it at the time, but once I noticed how much he was speaking and acting like Oscar this volume, especially once he took control in Chapter 6, then looking back, I was like, oh, I hear it now. Oh, so that was neat. Winter leads the Aesops. Yep, that happened. Jin's last question is used. Nope. Ruby's silver eyes failed. The night's still young. I really would like them to, because Volume 7 had this whole thing of like, oh, Summer, and I think we're going to get more Summer. I think that's on my other bingo board, is we might get a little bit more information about Summer. Whether it's an end credits scene or if it's actually like directly relevant to what's going on this volume, I don't know. But yeah, they established like the whole like your mother said those words to me. She was wrong too. And then Ruby's Silver Eyes having like these flashes and these zaps and stuff, but then she sees Cinder like 2 chapters later and is totally fine and can use them, and then she used them on the Hound totally fine. Took her a second to use. Does that count as Silver Eyes failing when she was like trying to concentrate and opened her eyes with a Hound and it didn't work? I don't know. I'll still leave it unstamped for now. And then, of course, Atlas falling onto Mantle. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, and oh girl. That's what's great about spelling bees. I am floored. Last year's big cheese. The greatest disaster. I'm trying to get my my other bingo board up. Okay, and here is my bingo board for part 2 specifically. Lamp is used. I'll count it. The lamp was used. It was used to answer a question. I didn't say final question is used. I did on my other bingo board, but this is for part 2. Team Funky makes a sad appearance. That happened. Atlas falls soon. Transfer Maiden powers, maybe not now because Penny. But then again, Cinder could potentially just suck the powers out without actually killing her. I don't know. So main characters reunite. Yep. Silver Eyes fail. Again, haven't counted that yet. Staff of Creation reveal. We got that this episode. The Hound reveal. Oh, we did get the Hound reveal. I'll stamp that in a minute. No, I'll stamp it now. So Staff of Creation was revealed. Got the Hound revealed. Named character death. Oh, no. This is part 2. No named character death has happened this part. Merge progresses, finalizes. Once that happens, I'm getting a bingo. If that happens this volume, which it feels like it's gonna. Like the setup is there. Or they're gonna do a cop-out type of way to make it stop or something, but like that feels wrong at this point. Hacked Penny does something bad. Not really. I mean, she like tried to fly away and do I must get to the vault, but she didn't like fight them. I guess she like attacked sort of, but like it doesn't really count. I'm clown making that one. I don't think that's gonna happen because, you know, Virus is gone. Crow confronts James soon. Free space. I didn't name the free space this time because hence the whole nature of a free space. It's just, it was so obvious that Oscar was going to get captured that I put that in the free space spot. Nora's semblance evolves, not yet, for same reasons. Villain's defection, Emerald and Hazel, got them both. Willow saves a kid, yep. Aesop's defecting, yep. Hound captures Ruby or Penny, that's also clown makeup, can't do that. Magic fight in vault. Still time? Like, not the vault itself, but like the vault area. Maybe in the pocket dimension there'll be a magic fight with Cinder? Maybe I could count that? Can I count that? Questionable. Jailbreak, yep. More about Summer Rose, not yet. Watson or Ironwood dies, not yet. Oscar unlocks semblance, not yet. Winter has to make a terrible choice, and she did. She made the good choice, but like the choice itself is like, oh, this is a terrible, like, are you gonna help blow up Mantle? Or, yeah, it was good. And then main characters fight Salem, which did happen. Yeah. Yep. Team Joyride did. Alright, so, if I get a magic fight in Vault, or the merge finalizes. I know I have progresses / finalizes, but at this point I'm gonna wait for finalizes, because it's already been progressing. So, technically I could have a bingo there, but I'm gonna not do that just yet. Alright, well, okay. That's enough of that. I've dragged this on for far too long. Alright, those are some predictions and things. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you have a wonderful, fantastic day. Time to go on Tumblr and see what everyone else thinks. Bye!